to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, we are getting into the second half of the year. June is almost over with. We have great games coming to Xbox Game Pass PC. I've been waiting for Warcraft to enter Game Pass, and this is one step further into breaking that barrier down. So minor steps before larger steps. I'm cool. There are licensees and there's agreements involved, and let's get past that part in order to get to this part. I know if it does come to Game Pass on console, there's going to be a subscription hike dramatically. So I understand these things, and listen, I'm willing to have that conversation once those things actually get inside Game Pass. Once you have multiple games that are subscription based in their initial nature, maybe the subscription of the actual Game Pass Ultimate doesn't go up, and you have that separate subscription of World of Warcraft inside Game Pass. You get the vanilla version, and of 1, 2, and 3, and then so on, and then you're able to get the subscription to World of Warcraft within that, and you get a discount through Game Pass. I think that will boost users, but you have to start crafting it around the controller. I don't know if, Xbox does have mouse and keyboard support. I don't know how you work yourself around that. I know that there are workarounds, and I know that Microsoft and Xbox are working diligently and making that happen. Now, for a lot of you guys, y'all don't care. Like a lot of you guys didn't care for the Call of Duty at the end of the Xbox showcase. Me personally, there's a ton of people like Mr. Boomstick XL that was the loudest voice inside the room when he did get a chance to see Call of Duty pop up at the end, because he's a huge Call of Duty fan, and 108 Dragons TV is another one. So again, I know sometimes that stuff don't reach you, but there are people that actually care about these games, and those games needs to be represented and seen. There are huge cash cows when it comes to Xbox and Microsoft, and those people need to be represented. Maybe it didn't resonate with me. Maybe it didn't resonate with you, but it did resonate with millions and millions of other people that was looking forward to this franchise have taken center stage or taken some form of light inside the showcase, being talked about, knowing that it's coming out every year, knowing that we're going to have a new story, knowing that we're going to have new gameplay. The wall running isn't there, but there's like wall hopping that they're doing. We needed that information. But let's get into the PlayStation VR 2 drama. Let's talk about some stuff with Nintendo, and let's see exactly if we can get to some answers in this show. I'm Lord King David, your new best friend. I drop videos daily, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if it's your first time finding the channel, hit that like, hit the subscribe. And if you want to become a member, become a member. I drop tons of videos for members in the background. We got merch, we got stuff, we got slogans, we got sayings. Hey, it's a one-stop shop for what you need. Check us out. Let's keep going. Now that we got a chance to see what my frustrations is when it comes to the PlayStation VR and Sony's ineptitude when it comes to supporting peripherals, this is a long history of things that don't perform, Sony kills. And I've been witnessing this since the lifespan, the 30 years of PlayStation. For 30 years, PlayStation has not supported peripherals that didn't perform well, piss poorly. Even those that you thought performed well, they actually ended. So to see them even entertaining the thought of getting into handhelds, excuse me, after the fact that they lost the desire to make handhelds, it's kind of funny. They always have knee-jerk reactions to stuff that they have. Like, you see the PlayStation Portal. The PlayStation Portal is a device that's a streaming device. really didn't cost too much to put together and get out there, and they just put it out there to see. It was a lot of passion projects done during the PlayStation 5 to probably expand their ecosystem. So now they did this, and it's a success. Now they decoupled it from the PlayStation 5 itself. You're able to download, not download, stream games to your portal without the necessarily need of a PlayStation 5. Just, have your library, your digital library, and do that. That was the test bed. Now they're going full steam ahead with a handheld, thinking that they're going to get success, the same amount of success that they've seen from the portal, if not more. I believe it will be successful, but I also believe that will come at the cost of the PlayStation 6. Or the PlayStation 6 will turn into a PlayStation 5 Pro, and won't be that much greater in spec from the PlayStation 5 Pro, right? So it probably won't even be called a 6. It'd probably be something like the PlayStation Unity or whatever the hell. But Nintendo, taking my enthusiasm for Donkey Kong Bonanza and just tossing it in the street. Like, you laid bare the majority of the game. And I'm like, damn, leave me some form of discovery. Leave me some form of world exploration. You actually took everything off the board. I don't need to know everything. I just need to know some things going in. Like, that was a huge reveal showing Pauline. And was that smart? I don't know. Is it smart? I don't think so. Because I'm still going to get it, because that's pretty much one of the reasons why I actually got the device, right? I saw Donkey Kong. I thought it was the game of the show. Mario Kart is cool. I got the Mario Kart edition. Cool. Just like a lot of you thieves out there that actually get the Mario Kart edition from the theft. But yeah, that part. I'm just saying, this is strange. I don't need that error. Don't give me everything, man. Leave some discovery up to us. Xbox. Now, people are upset with me because I said the other day that Xbox Final Fantasy XVI sold 22,000 copies. I was reacting to a post or an informational on the sites, basing it off of another site that got the data claiming that only 22,000 copies were sold. I'm telling everybody, if you were interested in the title, pick it up. Right? It's $50, pick it up. If you're going to get the larger version, or whatever. But it's, I don't think it's going to sell an incredible amount of units, to be honest with you. It's an older game. And not saying older games don't sell a tremendous amount of units. What I'm trying to say is it was a very disliked game. All right? So the reason why it underperformed on the PlayStation 5 was people didn't like the direction of that Final Fantasy. They didn't like the medieval Game of Thrones look of it, right? So I would see what Final Fantasy VII Remake does, but I happen to like the direction of this game. Now, I know everybody call it Final Fantasy May Cry, like Devil May Cry. They don't like that aspect to it, and that's cool. Listen, some people don't like action RPGs. I thought Final Fantasy 15 was cool. It was dope. I got it on Xbox. I believe I brought it on PlayStation. I've always supported the Final Fantasy franchises, no matter where they may show up. I haven't picked up the Pixel ones, and I think I need to pick up the Pixel ones. But again, my backlog is growing in stature, and my playtime is as limited as it will always be, with me still loving live service games. But I'm gonna say again, the Final Fantasy story is to be continued. When Matt Piscatella comes out with the official data points on how much units were sold, Steam didn't sell that many. PlayStation, I think, sold the most at the moment for 3.5 million or 3 million. and then Steam did something like 200,000. I expect Xbox to probably come in close to that, if not a little bit higher. It's again, you played the bag game. You took the bag to limit your reach, and in limiting your reach, you kind of stunted your growth. You had a time where Expedition 33 is going crazy inside Game Pass, and you're asking the audience that has this level of games that's inside Game Pass, RPGs, to take their money to purchase a game that you snubbed them and put it on the competitor's platform, and asking them to support you after it was already confirmed that you money had it, and then you bring out a version of the game that is at a lower resolution spec in some aspects, even though it's more stable, but regardless to what, you didn't give one that was superior in performance to the PlayStation version. So again, you treated the Xbox community as an afterthought, and they're going to in turn do the same thing to you. I don't begrudge any Xbox person for looking at Square and saying "Ba Fangu" and don't give you anything that you're desiring, and getting it when they can, whenever they can, or if never getting it at all. You have cultivated that attitude when it came to the Xbox community based off of you taking that money from Sony. So you have to do a lot of grassroots digging and fixing that here in order to get the audience that you're looking for. I've seen the comments. I've read each and every last one of you guys' comments, and don't think it was a me versus you thing. It was a me versus the vocal minority that was screaming out they wanted Final Fantasy. You want it, you buy it. That's my thing about it. Me personally, I did it. So again, and I already had it. So again, I can't say I want something and then when it's available for me, I don't go get it. Those are who I'm talking to. If you are taking a stance and you have the right to vote with your wallet, then you continue to take that stance and be consistent with your stance. I'm not begrudging you. You have the absolute right to do whatever you want to do. The news with the Xbox handheld and Xbox devices and Xbox and Microsoft teaming up with AMD to bring you the diversity in what you expect as Microsoft has laid bare their plans. PC gamers, console gamers, cloud streamers, Microsoft and Xbox is looking at all of you as one big banquet in order for them to feast. And they're not limiting themselves in any area. While in the background, they're building up their cloud infrastructure to give you better fidelity based off of the reports that I've been receiving, and teaming up with highest fidelity with NVIDIA Now or NVIDIA Go to get that to you, teaming up with larger services like Amazon in order to use Fire Sticks to get you Game Pass and those games streaming to you, cloud streaming through those devices, and actual television sets that don't require you having a console. Cloud streaming and cloud gaming is growing by leaps and bounds. Actually, it's been one of the largest sectors in which to do so. And of course it would be so because there's a dearth of people there. The FTC ruling was based off of the cloud infrastructure, not exclusivity. They were more afraid, and the CMA was more afraid of Xbox and Microsoft's dominance in the cloud sector because there's really nobody that's over there. PlayStation has touted that they've been doing this for 11 years, but 11 years of ineptitude is still ineptitude, and that doesn't mean that you have made any headway in this space. Now, as far as consoles go, there will be consoles. Xbox told you that they're making consoles, and from all the thoughts and promises, there will be products that will be made probably by third-party people. You see, this level of thinking outside of the box gives them a larger flexibility in order to facilitate what you want. Now, are these devices also PC and hybrid? This is when you go over to the PC sensibilities. To give you, if you will, a console that has the power of a mini PC with the flexibility of being console with being PC, when leveraging that aspect of that duality, if you will, in that box, changing how you perceive it. Remember, when you get Game Pass Ultimate, you get PC Game Pass. Those games are available to you right there. Could you imagine at a toggle, you're on the PC side of the Game Pass world and you have access to all those titles that didn't make the migration over the console Game Pass? And then a toggle again, you go right back to console Game Pass. You have your library accessible to you throughout everything. That's past, present, and future. This level of flexibility is unheard of. I know it's terrifying the most. I know people are afraid of exactly what they're seeing here because this has been undone. This has not been done. This has been uncharted territory, if you will. They're willing to boldly go where no manufacturer, console, and publisher has gone before. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Enterprise, which 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and civilization, to boldly go where no console has gone before. Yeah, I'm an absolute nerd. All right, so I want you to see this, if you will. There's no more limitations. When they break this barrier, and they have already started and they already have, the fighting points, the conversations are going to change. No longer is the metrics going to ever be the same. With 524 monthly active users and engagements through the roof, Microsoft has definitely taken this to a whole different level. The future's bright. Play anywhere, play now, play on all devices. There is no console manufacturer, publisher, developer that can do this in this manner. PlayStation has to fight off Nintendo. When Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius Spencer, first of his name, told you he never looked at PlayStation as competition, you guys was thinking too small. You gotta think big, bitch. They were thinking for the whole pie. While you wanted a slice, they wanted the whole damn table. And I told you I will always bet on Satya. Young Odin, the guy that wants the first piece of chicken and the last piece of chicken. That guy wants to control everything. Remember, if a nickel bag is sold in the park, I want in. But if you liked anything in this video, if you are a fan of Microsoft and you want to see the industry through the lens of the king, well, you found your new best channel. Hit that like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Go to the merch store. Check out what I got there. Love what I do and do what I love is my motto. But I'm gonna take that logo and I'm gonna throw it around some Marvel Rivals. I saw that new Moon Knight skin. I ain't gonna hold you. The king got to get into that. And I'm gonna tell you like I always tell you, try to play the Game Pass.